TCIG X Spaces Highlights, March 2025.
Welcome to X Spaces for TC Investment Group, or TCIG. I'm Anthony Crave, your host and founder of TCIG. Once you find and understand crypto, you don't go back. It's a one-way street to economic freedom. This is my passion, and I'm dedicated to helping other people understand the eternal benefits of tokenization. If you've been following along with us on our socials up until this point, we truly appreciate the support and look forward to helping you experience the enlightenment of crypto. I will go over just our vision, mission, and company values. Our vision is to simplify the process of owning digital property on blockchain so we can all move towards a world of economic and financial freedom. Our mission statement is educating on transparent self-custody of digital assets, how to store them securely, and how to use them correctly and efficiently, all in an effort to drive adoption. Our company values are equality, leveling the playing field, freedom from a broken system, and prosperity, where we can all be successful. AIBC, they host a number of expos around the world, and Africa was the 10th to the 12th today. Most of their focus this year was women in gaming. They had a wine festival, they had a brunch just for the women in gaming, different workshops and networking. And then I was doing a little bit more research behind AIBC Africa and found out that the African Bitcoin ecosystem, 70% of all Bitcoin transactions, $1,000 or less, start or end on the African continent. You know, the African continent, they use it mainly for a medium of exchange because there are like lots of continents out there. Their currencies are not worth anything. So their fiat currency is basically just being thrown out, or it lays on the ground. Like in Argentina, you can walk down the street and you can see videos of just piles of their currency just laying on the side of the street. Africa is definitely taking advantage of what they can do with Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. Bitcoin's percentage of transaction volume is highest in Nigeria. So Nigeria, I mean, they're leading the way. One of our consultants behind TCIG is out of Lagos, Nigeria, and I've talked to a number of people out of Nigeria, and man, it's just awesome to see. I was in a live session with Ripple and RWA.xyz. All eyes are on tokenization, and a lot of what they were talking about is that people think that no one's using XRP, and banks would never use it. That's wrong. I mean, we're talking about the Rothschilds banks using XRP, BlackRock using it, so it's not going anywhere. Another one I was listening to was a conversation between Blockworks and Supply Shock, which is with Dan Held. He was saying that 87%, I didn't know this, 87% of Bitcoin holders hold other crypto. And so all this time, you know, you just feel the mantra from Bitcoin maxis that you got to be Bitcoin only. Well, there's only 13% of the very small percentage of people who own Bitcoin, which is about 4% of the planet's population. So of that 4%, 13% are truly only Bitcoin only. So take that. It's just been a long road of people saying that anything besides Bitcoin is a shitcoin, and I'm super over it. So I'm going to use that a lot from now on. But anyway, Dan Held from Supply Shock, he is working with StarkNet, and there's a really big announcement from StarkNet recently that they're going to be settling transactions on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do you know? The two juggernauts out there could actually work together, and this is the message I've been trying to get across with a lot of our content, is that it's not Bitcoin against Ethereum, it's everyone together. Stark proofs validate transactions off-chain with zero-knowledge rollups, they're called, which basically just helps scalability and privacy. They're done off-chain and then validated on-chain. The first time ever that developers can create applications that are built once with the same code and they settle on either chain. Helps speed up transactions, it lowers costs, and it opens up optionality to both chains. Stand with Crypto. Standwithcrypto.org. It shows over 200 million has already been donated by crypto advocates. There's over 2 million crypto advocates out there, over 700,000 policymaker contacts. And if you scroll down, you can see there's a real-time map of new members that have joined, emails that are sent to senators. The United States is smaller than you think. I mean, it's pretty big, but it's smaller than you think, and it's just pretty amazing that 300 million plus people, we already have, 52 million plus that own crypto, so a little over a quarter. But you can hover over and you can see how many advocates are signed up through Stand with Crypto for each state. Most of the top districts are out of Florida. Just last week, they launched the Crypto Caucus, which is a congressional crypto caucus, a nonpartisan group of lawmakers that unite around cryptocurrency technology. They help in the voting sector in Congress for crypto, help it recognized as a technology across party lines. It also aims to advance policy agendas, fosters open, permissionless, and private innovation in the digital economy. They're definitely helping with consumer protection and innovation with regulation. They're always in DC. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, he pretty regularly posts about Stand with Crypto. He shared this video. Richie Torres, he's pro crypto advocate. He's celebrating the launch of the Crypto Caucus and talking about the bright future of America, becoming a crypto superpower. Mara, Marathon Holdings, they're the largest public Bitcoin mining company in the world. And CEO Fred Thiel, he is a great proponent at so many conferences, always somewhere talking about the benefits of Bitcoin mining and what it could do for our renewable energy sector. This is a great article about solving renewable energy intermittency. There's a lot of inefficiencies, mainly solar and wind production. At max capacity, they only get about 50% efficiency out of the power that they generate. Setting up facilities outside of the production, Bitcoin mining offers this solution that utilizes underutilized power and helps stabilize grids. So mining operations integrate with renewable energy projects, optimizing energy use, encouraging new renewable infrastructure, and supporting grid power management for a more sustainable future. It takes the ROI down from like 7 years to 3.5 years. Bitcoin mining is creating a lot of opportunities around what we have as far as renewable energies. Fred Thiel, he talks about a lot, is the duck curve. And so there's a duck curve in all power transformation. It peaks in the morning and then it goes down, then it peaks in the afternoon. And those differences, people don't realize that with renewable energy, you can't have like a constant stream of power. So that intermittency can be helped by Bitcoin mining. So it really addresses the supply and demand imbalances that we have in renewable energies. Renewable energy accounts for nearly 30% of global electricity generation. We should definitely work to increase that. And as we do, Bitcoin mining can help those imbalances and be flexible, scalable, monetizable adjustments to the fluctuations. So besides what it can do to help the inefficiencies with solar and wind, it also has a huge impact with heating systems, how they're helping a town in Finland of 11,000 residents. They provide heat from Bitcoin mining. Explains that digital asset compute or Bitcoin mining facilities offer district heating, a sustainable, efficient, and low-cost alternative by converting clean energy into heat directly on-site. Traditional data centers often struggle to effectively integrate with district heating systems due to heat quality and proximity issues. Bitcoin mining could basically be within the proximity of any infrastructure. Digital asset data centers can generate heat at sufficient temperatures while being compact enough to co-locate with district heating systems, minimizing heat losses. It is a great way to significantly reduce carbon emissions, lower costs, and minimize waste heat. It's called Choke Point 2.0. The SEC has been unbanking systemic exclusion from the financial system between TradFi and DeFi, denial of lending services, payment services restrictions, and just like the overall impact of the SEC holding up innovation, economic growth, just the different options we're seeing already. Banks can now custody crypto for clients and hold crypto, so you'll be on-chain and not even realize it. Your crypto wallet will basically just replace your bank account. Fred Thiel of Marathon definitely doing a lot of great work out there for the digital asset industry. Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. In 2020-2021, SBA granted over 5,000 loans for 312 million borrowers who only listed owners were 11 years old or younger at the time of the loan. Just imagine the corruption and the fraud. Unbelievable, the amount of things that people got away with. At the end there, it says they also used a social security number with the incorrect name. Who else is going to dig into this information to find out where this fraud and corruption is coming from and what we can do to help solve it? When do you see this one? HUD, Housing and Urban Development, completed an audit and initial foundings on paid software licenses. You can look at this list. It's like painful to even read this stuff, that a lot of government agencies out there often have more software licenses than they can even use in a lifetime. It says often have more software licenses than employees, and the licenses are often idle, so no one's using them. And you can see 35,000 ServiceNow licenses with only 84 being used. Money being absolutely wasted, and our tax dollars are paying for these licenses to just sit idle. 11,000 Acrobat licenses with 0 users. And then this last one I have, the most shocking, the PPP. Everyone was getting a PPP loan, and the EIDL loan, or the EID loan, $333 million to borrowers over 115 years old were still marked as alive in the Social Security database. In one case, a 157-year-old individual received $36,000 in loans. Everyone wants transparency, and people are like freaking out that we're canceling so much stuff, and now 4,000 employees under the Department of Education. So people saw this coming. I mean, AI is coming for your job, no matter what. You cannot stop it. It will replace you. If you experience the enlightenment of crypto, you'll understand that it's actually going to help us create better connections with people, help us be able to focus on other things in life besides just making money. At the end of the day, the number that you have in the coffin doesn't really matter unless we make our way to Mars or the moon. And even if we do that, then what? You can check us out for more information on our site at tcig.info, our LinkedIn at TC Investment Group, and of course the X, which we're on now, TCIG LLC 1. Hop on the train and get on chain. Let's cut out all the noise and build together.